Hello everyone, welcome back to front-end development course. In this video, we will be going to discuss about the web browser. Firstly, what is web browser? So, a web browser is a software application which we use to access and view the content on World Wide Web. If you take an example for a browser, we use a Chrome mostly. So, what does this Chrome will do? How we are able to access the content using Chrome? When we search anything on Chrome, that Chrome browser will send request to the server. After server response, this will display the content. This will display the web page. Browser, how it does find this content? Using URL. URL is nothing but Uniform Resource Locator. The use of URL is to tell the browser where to find the content. Okay. What is this HTTP? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is the communication protocol between the browser and web server. It enables and sending and receiving the content over the internet. Because of this, we can access the content over the internet. We can send the request or else we can receive the content. What is this request response cycle? When you open a browser and you type something in the address bar, then the browser sends the request to the web server over a network. So the web server locates the required content. If you take an example of like you are searching near restaurant, you open the browser and you search that show me the restaurant which is near me. That is a request you ask a browser. Immediately browser sends that request through internet to the web server. Now web server, what does it do? It locates, it gives the required content to the browser. Then browser will display the answer which we ask. Okay. So here the web server sends back to the web page, usually like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So you ask it something about show me the list of states. You ask it that. It has to store where the data is available in the server. Immediately the browser will send the request to the server. Server send that content in the form of a web page to the browser. Now browser is encode that content and display the page to the user. This full exchange is nothing but request response cycle. Simply you are going to use a browser called Chrome. You ask something in the URL. Immediately that browser send that request to the server. Server found the answer and send that answer to the browser. Then immediately browser will display that answer. Okay. That is nothing but request response cycle. So here an example of this. You open the browser and type a search engine URL. After page loads, you searching for restaurant near me. A new request is sent with search data. The server processes the request and queries the database. The response contains a restaurant listing, maps, reviews, etc. So now I already told about that example of how does it works, right? So there are the many applications how does request response cycle works. Okay, I hope you understand about this web browser. So web browsers are like Chrome, Edge, everything. So when you search something on the browser will send a request to the server immediately respond to that and send answer to the browser will display the content. Okay, this process is called as a request response cycle. I hope you understand how browser is displaying the content when you search it.